Okay, slowly been removing fuses. Remove this cargo area thing that I was told to undo. I tested the alternator. Each day I've been holding at least 12.49, 12.53, 12.6. Put the battery on the trickle charger again and got it fully charged until it was green light. Took it off 5 minutes ago and let the discharge out. You're at 12.85, okay? You are going to get some minimal draw overnight on any car because your cigarette lighter, your fucking port for your plug-ins for your USBs and shit like that, those have a very minimal draw, so they will. But it doesn't take it down to the point where the car won't start. So, I'm going to monitor this and I'm going to measure it tomorrow after I get up. Probably be about 12 hours that it sits and see what the draw is. Each time it's been holding at 12, between 12.49 and 12.6, which is more than adequate, and it started for me every time. It was laboring, so I thought maybe it might be the alternator. There's a voltage regulator in there that can cause battery drain and draw, and when you go to start the car, it can cause it to kind of wimp out. But I had the alternator tested 3 times. I had him hit it on the machine 3 times, and it passed every time. So it's not the alternator. So 12.85, I'll check that in the morning. One other thing is, I hadn't opened the hood until I had to do the alternator because the battery's in the back, and I was just dealing with that. So I went to open this to pull some fuses or look for fuses and do the alternator, and I noticed this back here, that insulation on the firewall. There's a blanket that goes on this wall between the engine compartment and your feet. Mice have been chewing in there. They use that to build nests. You also have droppings and signs of them nesting. So I'm going to put some bounce dryer sheets in here. They may have gotten into a wire, but that's not going to cause, if anything, if they get a wire, it's going to cut the electricity to whatever they've gotten. So I don't think that's part of the priority here. But I will put some bounce sheets in here because that helps keep them away. I didn't see anything else while I was doing the alternator. Your hoses look fine. Coolant level looks fine. I know you said you wanted to change your oil. I did spill a little power steering fluid. I have to disconnect that line, and I set it up here so it spilled down and ran down the back of the engine. I'll spray that down, but you may see a little bit of oil in your catch pan kind of draining onto your driveway the next few days. Don't panic. That was stuff that ran down back there, and you have a catch pan under your car. It's going to trap in there and then roll out of that. So, oh, and I forgot to tell you the first night, I think, the port that you plug in to look for codes, your port doesn't work. I checked the fuse for that. It usually shares the same fuse as like the cigarette lighter or the radio, and those fuses are all good. So, with all that being said, oh, one more was, tomorrow I'll take a video after I multimeter the battery. Inside, when I was sitting in with the doors closed the other night trying to hook up my scanner, I can hear a hum coming from the radio area, center of the dash. And I don't know if that's normal hum for like the auxiliary ports and stuff like that, or if you have a draw under that dash somewhere. But I do definitely hear a hum, so I'm going to check for that hum again tomorrow and see if maybe it was because I had just shut the car off after I'd started it. Maybe something takes a few minutes to power down. So I will check for that as well. And I think that's all that's on my list for right now. Sorry, I know I'm going through it fast, but I'm trying to save my video time because my memory's running out on my phone. So there you go.